Hello, everybody. I'm Roadblock. We are back on the free to play, and I wanted to say that I was wrong. I've been mulling it over. I read a lot of your comments this morning, and I've really just been thinking hard about it. And look, Plarium pulled a fast one on me. So if we, and I don't mean not in a mean way, a smart way, I guess you could say. Um, by putting the champion chase first, right? It changes the approach. Now, mentally, I'm sitting here thinking like, well, if I'm going to go for I would be pulling all my shards in a champion chase anyways. A lot of people were saying like, oh, well, you didn't, or maybe you shouldn't have pulled or whatever. My brain is thinking it's a champion chase, it's a 2x event. I'm going to pull all my shards. That's what we did with voids. And if you recall, we made enough points off of Void Shard pulls that I didn't have to pull any of the legendaries last time. Y'all remember that? So my thinking is we just flipped it. Now the difference between the Void pull and this one, there were two differences. One, it was at the end of the fusion, and two, I had enough shards going into the summon rush. I had sacreds, right? I had primals. I had stuff that I to pull that I did pull in order to get the points I needed from the summon rush because I did it for the last guy. What's his name? Off the top of my head. Armand's. I knew it started with an A, but I couldn't remember it. This time, by flipping it, and I'm not saying they jacked up the points, but I, for the number of shards I pulled, the point
Shoot
value
him, Kevin!
that I got was terrible. I'm sorry. I want to look and see who that was. Um, I'm not gonna be able to see it. Did I get an email for it? Oh, interesting. Well, hey, thank you for whoever just subscribed. I didn't see it in time. Um, but back to my point, like I in my brain, I'm just like, well, I was gonna pull all these ancients anyways. Maybe it'll give me more time to get sacreds before the summon rush. Maybe um I'll be able to figure out something else out. Maybe one sacred, and whatever extra ancients I gain back or voids I get will be able to make up for it. I didn't really know what to expect going into that summon rush. But with them flipping it on me, it really made things much more difficult mentally. Uh, as far as am I going to be able to do this or not? Um, Also received some clarification just to make sure that I'm touching on all my points here. Um, Not everybody that talked about champion chases being hard were saying that the chase is hard. They were saying that not everyone will be able to win their tournament, and I completely agree with that assessment. In my particular case, um, I'm not going to be able to win the tournament. I have had times though where I've been able to steal it, and I don't know if I talked about this in my previous, but I do want to admit that a lot of my position on this was ego, maybe, um, also a little bit of I'm trying to find the right words, but mixing up in my head kind of what it's like to be a pay player and a free to play player. And what I mean by that is I won a lot of tournaments back in the day on my free to play account. Sorry. I won a lot of tournaments back in the day on my main account, is what I mean to say. Now, this was back when they would only offer like 5 points per tournament win, but I used to steal a bunch of tournament wins and then just not do the summon rush at the end or at the beginning, or not do the champion. Well, no, I always did the champion chases for the most part, but I would be able to skip. Oh, I don't have to do dungeon divers. Oh, I don't have to do this. Or actually, I would skip the summon rush at the beginning, win the turn. Knowing that I'm going to go in and try to win those tournaments and all that stuff. So It is I, and it's important to understand, for me to understand that I don't have all of the luxuries on this account that I had on the main that I have still on the main account. And I run into this from time to time. You mentally kind of get used to a certain way of playing, and then when you try to apply your certain way of playing, sometimes you realize, "Oh, it's harder now." And you forget that you don't have a steady influx of gems. You forget that you don't have the Forge Pass. You forget that you don't have the I'm gonna show it to you here. The Raid Pass. So I get 20% extra XP from campaign battles outright because I have the raid card on my main account. So when I go to do those champion training tournaments and events, I'm like, why is this taking so much longer? And it's like, because it's 20% slower. Oh, and another 25% on top of that if there's a Forge Pass. So yeah, it can be sometimes I forget that, right? And what makes it worse is when content creators go and this is not a bad thing towards them. This is an I'm acknowledging them. Some of you get that reference. Who go in day, you know, they a month in and they're doing the White Queen Ancora fusion, which I looked at and said, I can't do it on this free to play account that's 200 days old now. Um, yeah, 215 days old. So that's kind of where I'm coming from. That's kind of what the point that I'm trying to make is that sometimes I forget how weak my account is, right? Despite the fact that I have a stacked roster. And this kind of brings me to my next point. Um, I am no longer committing to the fusion this time, to the fragment summon. Now, I've lost nothing other than a few gems, but I haven't lost anything. And the reason I'm going to stop, there's a few of them. One is resources. I want to get my gem count back up. I want to keep my silver up. I want to keep my shards. I don't want to put myself in a position where I need to. Now, is this an amazing champion? I believe that she is. I like her kit. I think she's going to be very strong in the arena. I think she's going to be very strong in Hydra. And I may very much regret not having a champion like this later on. But I also don't have Shamil yet. So the whole concept that I have, that I would be going for her is so far off because not only do I have to get a Void Epic to support her in the way that I want, I also need to have a team built around it, and I lack a lot of the what I would want. And even if I did get her, I won't be using or pulling her until probably months from now. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. There's also a little bit of other reason why I'm going to hold off on the fusion or not go for the fusion this time. And that's partly because I also don't want to burn out per se. Doing two fusions again, right? While working, while looking for jobs, while planning my summer, there's a lot of stuff going on, and when I consider the how unlikely it is for me to be able to get all of the points I need to complete the fragment summon, I think it's better that I don't go for her. Now, that doesn't change anything else. I am still going to pull these remaining ancients, and I will continue to pull any additional ancients that I get between now and the end of the night. And I'll try to record those and slip them in because I'm recording this much earlier. I'm recording this in the afternoon so I can watch WrestleMania tonight and then go to bed and be well rested for work tomorrow instead of being up until 3 a.m. editing and recording videos and the like. So I wanted to just come out and tell you guys, hey, listen, this is what's going on. I'm not going to do the fusion anymore. I'm throwing in the towel. And it is news because I did sound very confident in my last video. You guys made a lot of great points in the comments. I read those comments. I thought on those comments, right? And then ultimately I changed my decision. And I want to fall back on the original thing that I said, right? Which was, if I have to do the summon rush, I will not do this fusion. Well, that nothing's changed. Nothing's changed regarding that, other than that I pulled Yakarl perhaps a little bit early, but I'm not that upset about that because I think Yakarl is going to help my account quite a bit in the arena. So I'm happy with my progress thus far. I'm happy with my decision. I'm going to still do the tournaments. What am I talking about? So, oh no, did I close it? I did. I closed the calendar. Okay, well, either way. The tournaments, which would be the arena tournaments, the dungeons like Spider, I'm still going to do those tournaments because they're going to get me good gear, right, from farming. I'm going to be getting extra resources from the tournament themselves, and then I'll get the fragments, which at the very least I can use towards High Mother Mauld. So I don't mind working in that direction and getting a few, I've already got 20. Let's say that I don't do the dungeon divers to their highest end. Let's say I don't do obviously the summon rush. Maybe I end up with like 70, 60 fragments, something around there. That's still a decent amount of potential gear, loot, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I'm pretty okay with that. So just wanted to fill you guys in on that decision. I'm still pulling ancients, but and I'm about to pull them right now for you guys. RSL Helper's up now, by the way. So I'm very happy about that. Let me update. In fact, let me look up. No, I am so right. Guys, we are so high on Mercy. We're at like 160 something. I'm just going to add 60 shards to Mercy. I know that's not right. So we're probably more like 170 something. I'm looking up on my main account. I wasn't nowhere near Mercy. So I know I pulled on my main account 100. I'm just going to call it an even 100. And I'd rather under guess my Mercy than over guess my Mercy. So, because I know I pulled 100 and something on the main account. But yeah, on the free to play, we're at 177 towards Mercy, which is kind of crazy, but could be good too. This is important to keep in the back of my mind. Let's say that, obviously I'm going to pull 2 more shards. I could get a legendary and change it, but if I don't, and we're up in the 170s on Mercy, which is accurate, then maybe I take a shot at a 2x, right? And we get 2 legendaries for the price of 1. or go for a really good 15x or something like that. I don't like doing those too much, but if you track your mercy and you're able to kind of use it to your advantage, there's no reason not to. So let's go ahead and pull these last two ancient shards and see what we get here. I don't think... Yeah, 2 rares. Wow. Man. The lack of epics is really concerning. It really is. 1 day, 5 hours. That'll take too long. Okay, I'll have one more ancient. 6. Yeah, I'll have one more ancient tonight. I just have to remember and pull that. And then I don't think... Yeah, I already did. That was completing my weekly yesterday. And I'll be doing all my dailies now and getting caught up on all that. So, okay. Cool. Did I miss quests over here? No. Okay. I know where I'm at now. Let me go back to the free-to-play account. So, yeah, like I said, I just wanted to give you guys kind of an update, kind of fill you in on what's going on. There's one other thing I haven't mentioned that is probably the icing on the cake here. I want to get my clan boss team going. This would not have been such a concern if I had my clan boss team going. I would have been getting a lot more sacred shards than I'm getting currently. The clan boss team needs to be built. Godseeker needs to be built. I need to wake up and get a move on. So, so that's the plan. I am going to spend my energy and finish up these masteries for Godseeker, which will be a big part of it. I want her to be completely built and kitted before we do that. So hopefully I will have her built and have some information for you guys come probably... I don't know. I don't know if I'll be able to get... I'm pretty sure I can get the masteries done today. I'm not concerned about that. But with RSL Helper being back up, I can run effective resources, get the masteries done, and get Godseeker built. We are under an artifact enhancement event, so I'll probably do this artifact enhancement one just by building Godseeker's kit, because I know I did put together gear, but I don't know if I ever finished Godseeker's kit, and I don't believe that I did. So, yeah, I think I put together gear for the other champions, right? Like, I think I theory crafted Cold Heart's gear or something like that. I don't remember exactly what I did, but either way, I'm just curious. Give me one moment here. Just checking to see if there's a faster helmet on this account. Wow, I was way down there. Okay, yeah, I did level everything. Ew, gross. Ah. I need to get masteries done on Arbiter as well. So, time to get some work done. That's so I guess, sorry, my final point was it's time to get everything done on this account that I've been telling you guys that I'm going to do for months, it feels like. Definitely weeks now. I've been saying I'll get Godseeker done. I've said I'll get um these masteries done. I'll level up and build these champions. All of these things that I've been telling you guys that I'm gonna do, and I haven't done them. So it's time to light a fire under my ass and get that stuff done. So let's take this fusion off, and instead of focusing on the fusion, let's focus on strengthening the account, which I'm very excited about. So looking forward to giving you guys actual progress updates on areas of the game that I'm improving. Keep an eye out for those videos coming up. So fusion's done. I'm not going for it. I will try and get some extra fragments and stuff wherever I can, but I'm not going balls to the wall on it. Thank you all so much for. Oh, speaking of, let me just check real quick because we are getting close. 988 subscribers now. I need 12 more subscribers to hit 1,000. So if you're new here, if you like my content, please click that subscribe button. It's really going to help me out. It's the best way to help me out right now with where my kind of YouTube channel / career is at. So please click that subscribe button. Other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you on the next episode.